I like totally ruined my life. The past year, I spent like the whole year unemployed. It's like, I'm like smiling and laughing, but it's like, it's not funny. And it's been a whole year since I graduated with my PhD, and I'm like embarrassed to say that I got a PhD even half the time, because it feels useless and people are like, what the fuck? But anyway, I don't really know what's gonna be next for me, but my plan is kind of to target high school teaching jobs back in the Bay Area where I got my PhD. And I don't know, that feels like a useful way to spend my time while I get back on my feet and figure out what I want with my life. I don't know, like, do you guys think that's a good idea? Fuck. So I'm trying, and I'm hoping I can get back on my feet.
She looked miserable, man. Dedicating that much time into getting a PhD, still been unemployed, can't find work in your field. And she might be able to get in right now, but even being a teacher is kind of uncertain when they have AI schools now. Look that up if you haven't looked into it, AI schools. Robots are replacing teachers now. No career path is safe. And if y'all know what Claude AI doing, Claude AI about to take a lot of jobs out.
Hey there, day 77 of being unemployed. I'm Julie. I'm a PhD biochemist and I work in marketing, and I haven't been on much because there's not much been happening. I am flying out for a panel tomorrow. I was hoping to get news of being on another panel this week or next. I'm still waiting for that. Fingers crossed. Both of these jobs would require a move, which I can't even wrap my head around. So I'm just in the state of denial at the moment. I noticed April 1st, a flood of new jobs opened up. So if you haven't noticed, we were on spring break and I opened my computer last night and I applied to a bunch. So probably the beginning of Q2 opened up some new jobs. Hopefully you'll find something in this grouping. I'm hoping it too. Hoping things change, although I don't anticipate that for a while. Let me know how you're doing.
It obviously sucks being unemployed, especially when I spent so long on my PhD, and I always thought like getting my PhD would be like the thing that would make it a lot easier for me to get a job. But I want to offer up a reframing that I have been trying to implement into my own life and kind of look on the bright side of this unemployment era. I was talking to my mom and to a friend, and we were talking about how like this is pretty much the first and only time in my life that I've had nothing to do, that I've been unemployed. I haven't had to go to school, I haven't had to go to a job, and it sucks obviously because of not making money and feeling like my career is on hold. But there are benefits to it, and one thing that I'm trying to do is take this time to explore interests outside of my industry. So my PhD was in biology, so I'm trying to get a job in biotech, in industry. But I'm trying to think about what are some ways that I can make money, but also like explore something that like I otherwise would never have done in my life. So I applied for a front desk position at this boutique reformer Pilates studio that I've been going to. I really like the studio, I like the vibes of the people there, and I reached out to the manager and asked if there was an open front desk position, and 2 days later I got hired, which, I mean, very quick, but clearly they were understaffed. It's minimum wage. I'll probably be working like 20 hours a week or less, so I'm not like really in it for the money, but I think it'll be a fun way to get involved in a space that I really wanted to get involved in when I was doing my PhD, but I didn't feel like I had the time. But yeah, so I just wanted to say, like, if you're in a similar situation, you're finding yourself with way too much time on your hands, which was my case. I mean, people say applying to jobs is a full-time job, but it really isn't, especially right now when there's not that many jobs to apply to. So I'm finding myself with a lot of extra time on my hands. So if that's you, maybe you could consider branching out and seeing if there's like something similar that you might want to do. You're not really in it for the money, but you're like, hey, I have all this free time, so why not explore this path that I otherwise wouldn't have. Another thing I'm thinking of, because I'm parked right outside of a Plato's Closet, is I would love to work at Plato's Closet. And that's another thing of like, I see it on TikTok and it looks really fun, but like, why would I do that? Well, so honestly, maybe I'll apply there too. Who knows? All right, bye.
Something is better than nothing. If you have to pick up a part-time job, take it. Work 2 part-times, that'll make your full-time work schedule. You gotta do what you gotta do. Some money is better than no money. And yeah, people are about to start doing the things that they're able to do or work at the places that they're able to work at, opposed to where they might have thought.
A lot of very smart people with PhDs are broke, and they stay broke. And it's not because they're not intelligent or they didn't work hard enough. It's because academia really trains you to think like a scholar, but not a strategist. So here are the things that I see over and over again. First is single income stream thinking. I know there's this like age-old story that you need multiple streams of income, but like it's actually kind of true. When you get a job offer, a lot of really smart people kind of treat it as their only means to make money. Meanwhile, you have a bunch of expertise that people would literally pay money for. The second thing I see a lot is like a fear of negotiation. PhDs will argue about theories for 3 hours, but they won't ask for $8,000 more in like a starting salary. Not negotiating really compounds over decades and kind of leaves people in a super low income realm for a long time. Third is over-identifying with a particular institution. If your entire identity is, I work here, I work at this school, you're more likely to tolerate underpayment, overload, burnout, because doing all these things feels like loyalty.
And you may be being disrespected without you even realizing it. They might be undermining you, looking at you like the worst candidate, although you have loyalty to them. They're really ready to replace you. What said another worker or AI? These jobs have no loyalty. It's just a job. Look at it like that. It's just a job. They could let you go at the drop of a dime. You got to know that.
Loyalty. It's kind of like money you're missing out on. And the fourth, probably most important, is kind of refusing to monetize your knowledge outside of the ivory tower in which you work. You can consult, you can write, you can teach online, you can build digital resources, you can speak, you can advise others. But a lot of academics feel like that's less serious than their theory work and their research work. Meanwhile, those are ways you can literally just diversify your income.
And make way more. You're going to make way more.
PhDs that I've come across that are broke are the ones that feel like being intellectually superior and working within the confines of your university means that they are above career strategy. You can love scholarship, you can love teaching, but that doesn't mean you need to accept every job that comes your way for what it is.
Factual. If you don't know your value, then that other person, which is your employer, whole time, they really know your value and they know that they're underpaying you. But if you'll accept it, why would they pay you more? They looking at it like they hitting a lick. I just came up. I got this employee that's a A player, a star player on the team. I got the all-star team. And nobody know their worth. You get what I'm saying?
So I have really been dreading making this video. I recently made a really big life decision and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I decided to drop out of my PhD program. This was a really, really difficult decision for me. You know, for the longest time, I can remember wanting to become a researcher, dreaming of getting my doctorate and becoming a doctor, but I really just feel like I haven't been like really transparent with you guys about how difficult this journey has been. I think it's really made me question a lot of things in my life. It's really tested me in ways that I just didn't anticipate. And this has been really like a life-altering experience for me. And so I just came to the point where I really couldn't do it anymore. And so, in that time of reflection, I think I really just gained an insight for really my true calling. And that is to become a trad wife. Now I want to spend all of my time and energy really just invested in trying to find a husband that can provide for me so that, I can stay home and just pop out babies. And so, that's where I'll be spending my time now.
Yo, that took a turn real quick. What y'all think about that one? I know y'all gonna go crazy in the comments.